Hi, this is the North Pole. Uh-huh. Oh no. Okay. Yes. So I'll need to call. And I have until when? Okay. No, that's fine. I'm happy to help Santa. Yes. Okay. Maybe I can have one of the assistants come and help. I'm looking at one right now. Sure, I can explain the process and then we can work together. Okay, Santa. Bye-bye. Well, I have some terrible news. I just spoke to Santa. That was him on the line. He rarely calls, which is already pretty scary, even though he's so kind. And it turns out that the elves did not do their job correctly this year. Yeah, so we are going to put you on the field sooner than normal. I already got his permission to have you help out. I know you've been shadowing, but yeah, you're going to have to really get involved, okay? So basically, we're going to need to call as many people as possible until Christmas. That gives us about a week. There's over 8 billion people in the world. Give or take, obviously not everyone's going to answer, but we're going to need to call as many people as possible, and we're gonna survey them, and we're gonna find out if they have been naughty or nice. Otherwise, Santa can't do his job. Thankfully, the elves down in the gift factory are ahead of schedule, but thankfully we do have a list of questions already ready to go. So I am going to pull that up here in my system. We have not had to use this in a very, very long time. Okay, I've got it here. So I'm going to make the first phone call. You're going to watch. In fact, I'll probably make the first 20 calls or so, and then it'll be your turn. Okay? But I do need you to get the hang of this, and you really have to listen. You're kind of going to be wearing a detective hat because we need to make sure that you can really scout these people out, because we don't want somebody on the nice list if they don't belong there, nor do we want somebody on the naughty list. Okay? So it's all about trusting your intuition. Let's get started. The first person we have is, you know what? I just remembered we have one of the elves that are able to patch through. Let me give them a call. Let's see if we can set that up. Hello. Yes, it's Jasmine in HR. Yep, from the North Pole. Santa's executive assistant, that's right. Yeah, so Santa called, and he actually mentioned that the elves down in the naughty or nice department did not do what they needed to do this year. And yeah, we've actually been told we need to call over 8 billion people in the next give or take 2 weeks. Yeah, we're actually short 2 weeks, so we're pretty nervous, a little antsy. So I was hoping you could do us a favor and just pull us up a list of all 8 billion people, and if you could just set me up on speed dial, that would be great. How long do you think that'll take? You can do it now. Great. Yep, direct lines starting from A, ending at Z. Oh, yes, that sounds great. Okay, so each time I'll just need to dial 1. Oh, so it'll vary between 1 and 9. Okay, it'll tell me before. Okay, great. That's a huge help. Thank you. Okay. Yep, gonna start calling in about 10 seconds. Thanks. Okay, bye-bye. Thank goodness for them. So they're going to be able to set us up on speed dial. So we're not looking up all these names and numbers. That's why they already have the catalog, and it just automatically updates every time someone is born. So let's begin. Hello, this is Jasmine with HR at the North Pole for Santa. I know, it's very unexpected for me to call. Listen, I'm going to have to conduct a quick survey. I do. I have to ask some questions. I know, we haven't done it since the 80s. Oh, I know. We are just as shocked. Anyway, do you have a minute to answer some questions? Okay, great. We'll try to make this as quick as possible. Okay, well, the first question is obviously going to be, do you believe in Santa? Good. The next is, when was the last time that you lost your temper? So we more so just need a quick, direct answer. Okay, got it. And do you mind giving me just a little bit of a description as to what that encounter was like? Yeah, so the reason that we like to ask about this is mainly just so we can have the elves review it. And in fact, in this case, it's going to be us doing it. But it's really helpful so that we can kind of judge if your temper was worth it in the moment. Right. Okay. That's your final answer then. Great. So, yeah, can you just add that? Okay. All right, great. Okay, next question. Do you always remember to say please and thank you? Always. Great. Good answer. And would you consider yourself to be a whiner? Yeah, no, not like a wine connoisseur, but do you complain about a lot of things, get easily frustrated, have a tendency to maybe not be very grateful? Okay, good. Next question. How many good deeds have you done this week? I'm sorry, one moment. I'm going to need you to write all of these down. Right, yeah, because I can't give you access to my data. Since you're still an assistant, you're not on the clock. Correct. So all of this stuff is still private, so just write down as many questions and we can go over them. But just try to write them down while I do the call. Okay. Okay, great. Right, so I'm sorry, how many good deeds have you done this week? 10 plus? Great. Can you actually do me a favor? We actually have a requirement when you've done 10 or more good deeds just in the week. I mean, it's Tuesday. You actually have to give us a list of what you've done. Okay. Okay, we've got 2. Okay. 4. And that puts us, we are at 5 so far. Yep, we just need 5 more. Actually, you said 10 or more? Just 10. Got it. Okay. Okay, great. So we are going to have one of the elves fact check this, and obviously I'm sure you know that if you are found to be lying, that's automatic naughty list, and these phone calls are recorded, so Santa does review them, and if he finds that you are lying, you might stay on the naughty list forever. Yeah, I know it's a crazy rule that we have, but unfortunately I don't make the rules. But yeah, I mean, as long as you were honest, then there shouldn't be any problems. Okay, moving on to the next question. How do you feel about ugly Christmas sweaters? Yeah, just, is it a love? Is it a hate? Are we indifferent? Remember, you have to answer honestly. Are they funny? I think they're hilarious. Okay, log that down. And my next question would be, what are you buying if you are given $100? What's your first purchase? So some of the options that we have here is only $100, or putting it towards a gift card for a loved one, buying children toys for a charity, or something naughty, right? I hope it's not that last answer. You're not looking good so far. Putting it towards a gift. Okay, good. All right. And would you say that you always try and do your best work? Are you writing these down? You aim to please. Well, that is just great to hear. And, now, I know that you're a little bit older, but have you ever been suspended, expelled, or served detention in school? You have. Okay, we're gonna have to document that. What happened for you to get expelled? I see. Oh, me, I've never been expelled. Technically, I'm not supposed to share that with you, but no, I was a perfectly great student, which is exactly why I got hired at the North Pole. Right. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not judging you, only Santa. Does your mother get a gift on Mother's Day? If she's deceased, do not worry. We can skip it. You do? Okay, great. And if a stranger in line is short at the register, what are you gonna do? So some of the options are offer to pay for the item or the difference, ask them if they need some money, suggest that they put an item back, or simply do nothing. Okay, no problem. And oh, this is one of my favorite questions. If you see that the cashier has food in their teeth, are you going to tell them? You would not tell them. Interesting. Okay. All right, next question. What do you do if you cannot stand the person you drew in your office's, Secret Santa? Are you trying to swap with someone? Are you still going to try to buy them something that makes them happy? Do you actually like everyone at your work? Are you going to get them a gift that you think they won't like? Are you participating? Are you refusing to participate? Got it. Okay. I think that's a great answer. But again, it's not up to me. It's up to Santa. All right. Sunday at 6 a.m. You know what? I think we've actually been needing to update this to 5 a.m. Your neighbor is mowing their lawn. And what's your response to this situation? Are you confronting them? Are you just going to ignore it? You're just going to start your day? Confrontation. You know, I'm not going to lie. I think I would do the same. All right. Would you consider yourself to be a practical joker? No? Okay. How often would you say that you curse in your daily speech? Yeah, is it like every other word, every other sentence, when you're frustrated? Got it. Okay. We're just about halfway done. Would you consider yourself to be a social media troll? Yeah, exactly, like the type of person that leaves negative comments on videos, weird, creepy comments, generally just making the internet a less pleasant place to be. Okay. Great. And I'm sorry, do you have your driver's license? You do. Okay, and do you always drive the speed limit? Now, yeah, this is fine up to 5 miles above the speed limit or 5 miles below. Anything more, though, you are docking points from Santa. And what about if you're in a rush? Are you still sticking to that? Okay, great. And let's see. Would you consider to be what they call a player? Somebody who plays games with people's hearts? Santa allows us one bonus question every year, and this is my bonus question. And no, of course it's not personal. Good. That's a great answer. All right. Gonna pass some of these questions because I really like that response. Don't tell Santa. Let's see what else. Have you recently hurt someone's feelings? No? Was it intentional? Okay, that's not a problem then. Let's see. Just Let me respond to this quickly. Okay. All right. And at Christmas time, which charity are you supporting, if any at all? You volunteer? Well, that's just fantastic. Do you recall which list you were on last year? The reason we ask is if you were naughty last year, exactly. Yes, you tend to know sooner, and you are obviously on a bit of a wait list, if you will. You don't know. That's not possible. Everybody knows if they were on the naughty or nice list. Yeah, you would wake up with coal or gifts under your tree. That's kind of how it works. Interesting. I'm going to have one of the elves look into it. Give me one moment. They're saying that they don't know if they were on the naughty or nice list last year. I thought I was starting to like them too. Hang on. Yeah, it's Jasmine at HR again in the North Pole, Santa's executive assistant. Yeah, look, so I'm talking to one of our people, and they're telling me that they don't recall if they were on the naughty or nice list. So I was hoping you could do a quick scan of that for me. I would, but my computer is running very slow due to everything going on. Yeah, their name, I have to make sure that our assistant doesn't hear, so their name was... Yes, that's it. On the naughty list. Huh. Interesting. Okay, thank you. Patching back. Okay, hi, are you still there? Okay, great. So I did hear back. You actually were on the naughty list last year. Yeah, I know it's strange that you don't remember, but that's okay. It doesn't look like you're on a wait list for your naughty behavior last year, so that's good. All right, and this is one of Santa's favorite questions, so pick your answer wisely, but also honestly. What are you leaving for Santa on Christmas Eve? Yeah, it's funny you should say yes. So cookies and milk is obviously the general response, but Santa also really likes gifts. Nobody ever thinks to get Santa gifts because he brings them, but he doesn't receive them all that often, so he really remembers those that do that for him. Yeah. And what kind of cookie do you think is Santa's favorite? Chocolate chip? I would have to say you're right about that. Okay, and what drink are you leaving for him to wash down the cookies? A cold glass of milk. That's great. Yeah, well look, it is so far looking like you are on the waiting list to decide if you have made it to naughty or nice. It cut off the questions now, yeah. So you should hear back from us in the next 24 to 48 hours to figure out your placement, and we'll call you then, okay? So thank you so much for your time. I'm sorry we couldn't get you an answer sooner. Okay, bye-bye. They're definitely on the naughty list.